Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal and I'm out and about. It's Friday afternoon and I came out to try and get a quick bit of shopping done between the broadcasts because I wanted to pick up some lobelia flowers, but unfortunately they have sold out, which means tomorrow I need to do another trip to another nursery and see if they've got them left and possibly on sale. And if they haven't, I waited too long. I meant to go and get them as soon as I got back from VidCon, but I didn't, did I? It's quite right. Had a great broadcast today, the Friday lunchtime broadcast. Really enjoyed it. It touches my soul to do the broadcasts when I hear the stories. And we've had a couple of people that we were really genuinely worried about, and things seem to be looking up for them, which is great. It's always so great to hear that. And I really must say that one of the things that I have begun to really believe in more than ever before is the power of prayer, and the broadcast viewers prove it to me time and time again, because they do such a great job on that. So that was fun. We also have great support going on for a couple of people who've recently, or not even recently, who have lost their jobs and are busy trying to get re-employed. So we're rallying behind those people. I heard a really simple thing recently, and I don't know where I heard it or saw it or read it or whatever it was, but basically what it said: if you do good, you will feel good. Now, I thought that was an incredibly simple statement. But think about that. Think about if you bother to phone somebody when they weren't expecting it, do you feel good afterwards? If you bother to send an email to somebody who wasn't expecting it, do you feel good afterwards? If you bother to thank somebody for something that they considered was quite normal, do you feel good afterwards? And the answer is, you bet you do. And you know, so many people have thanked me for what we do with DearMamaSal, and I assure you, I'm very selfish, really. Yeah, I'm not nearly as noble as people think I am. And the reason that I say that is because it gives me so much joy most of the time. Can't tell you that it's all of the time, because that would be a lie. There are days when I so want to pull the plug on the thing that it's not even funny. But luckily they are few and far between. But there have been those days, I can assure you. And some of you know about them. And so I was thinking about the opposite of that. You know, when you have vengeful thoughts about people, do you feel good? Not really, no. When you write somebody the email from hell, do you feel good afterwards? I hope not. Because it really doesn't, sorry, there was a bug on my camera. It doesn't affect them nearly as much as it affects you. And that's good to remember. So I got great energy today from doing the broadcast. I wasn't feeling that energetic, but I can assure you that by the time I'd finished the broadcast, I had a lot of energy going. Lots of mojo juice was flowing through. And I really want to thank Sherry for that, because I kept thinking about all that's going on in Sherry's life, and I heard a little bit more about it today than she probably has told me before, but it never really registered as strongly as it did today. That all that she copes with, and yet she's busy looking after 4 different people. when quite honestly most of us would have enough problem just trying to cope with what she's coping with medically. And that sort of gives you a whole new perspective on life. You know, you think, wow, what's my problem? And really, that is quite a mind-blowing reality when you can sort of see that and compare it and go, wow, you know, I really don't have anything to worry about by comparison. And so I want to thank those broadcast viewers who've been there obviously for the longest time, some of you. I can't get rid of you even if I tried. But also I want to thank those that are joining in and are making it a tapestry, if you like, of interesting people. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys know me as well as you do, and that you enjoy the real me as much as you do the kid that gets excited about stuff, or today the one that got moved so much. And I didn't feel any sort of worry about having a couple of tears of joy, I must add, but tears drop during the broadcast. That's an interesting hue, that colour, don't you think? I wonder if it'll come out like that when it actually processes. It's sort of like a ambient yellowy orangey light all around me. It's because I'm underground. And doesn't that camera pick it up nicely? Yay! I am off to go and pick up the medication that I got the prescription for yesterday. Was yesterday, wasn't it? Yep. And then I'm also going to pick up some food because it's Friday. Well, hello again, everybody. This is DearMamaSal. I had to take a bit of a detour in my plan for the day because I suddenly got a check engine light coming on, which I don't know about you, sort of puts the adrenaline pumping through my system. So I took about a half-hour detour to my friendly shop that looks after my car for me to have them plug in their little gizmo thing that looks like a cell phone, and well, like an old-fashioned cell phone, so it's a big one, and tell me that I've got, as we know, a couple of sensors that are going. You've heard the beep, 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 beep going on. But one of them, of course, that's going, that's important, is the oil tank sensor is going. The gas level sensor is going. So that's pretty important to have that going. So, and they've got an oxygen sensor that's going. Now the oxygen sensor is about fuel efficiency. So just at the time that I'm thinking about retiring, there is a $700 or $800 expense that I hadn't had budgeted for. But that's part of the joy of learning how to do this, right? Just working out how to drop my expenses, and now I've got more expensive, but I need to be grateful. Remember, that's what I do. As soon as I hear something that's a negative, thank goodness I've got a car that works this well, and has done for many years, and will do for many more. And I'm very, very grateful for the fact that I've got a shop that I trust. So they said to run my car down to about a quarter of a tank gas tank full. Makes it easier for them to handle. Getting the gas tank out. Right, let me think what else. Trying to think what else is on my list for today. I was going to go and get plants, but I'm not sure now. Well, I'm out and about again between having my car checked and now I went home and I had something to eat. Other than the licorice. Which I've still got in the car now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll be sorry for this tomorrow. Anyway, and now I'm going to try and find the plants that I was trying to find when my light came on this morning. So wish me luck on that one. I have one more tour that I need to do today, and then I will have completed my chores for the day. By the way, it was extremely difficult to get off my butt and out again, because I was very comfortable at home. But I managed to ignore that and that licorice is so good. I realized I have not done even half my steps for the day, and so I thought, the best thing I could do is to go to the nursery and go and walk around there, if only just to do a little bit of exercise. I'm a great believer now that I just need to do something to disguise the idea that I'm walking. I just did a bit of housework when I was at home. Not my favorite job, but it's a few more steps, because I realized I've done diddly today. So now I'm on my way to go and do some walking at the nursery, which is good because it's around nature. And quite honestly, if I don't find what I'm looking for, I will walk around and walk out again after I've walked around a bit, because I don't know what that was, but it wasn't very pleasant. Because the whole idea is to actually walk a bit, and if I find the lobelia I'm looking for, then I will buy it, and if I don't, I will be okay. It's amazing that all these properties that I've watched for the 20 years I've lived in this area, all the farms are suddenly being sold up for, well, they were sort of small holdings, are all being sold for condominium projects. I mean, it's wonderful in some ways. I'm sure it's wonderful for the people who are selling their small holdings, but in a way it's sad.